Hello YouTubes, what is up? Welcome back to another video. It is your boy Stram and we are here with our team builder for week 9 of the IBA. This week we're up against the Lansing Leafeons and Kyogre Kauai. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. So a lot has happened in the league. As you can see on the screen, we are in 3rd place in the league. Somehow we have not had a good few weeks. Unfortunately, your boy has lost 2 in a row now. But somehow we still remain in 3rd. We have a +8 differential. Technically, I guess we're tied for 3rd with the Chicago Dragapults. 7 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people are tied for 2nd place in the record. So we're 5 and 3. Vancouver Corviknights are still 7 and 1, and our opponent is 1 and 7. Now he has. Obviously not to be underestimated though, Kyogre Kauai won Season 1 of the IBA. The Lansing Leafeons are a definite threat. Not so hot on the luck this year, but definitely a threat and not to be taken lightly at all. Plus Kyogre is a great guy. We're in 3rd on the kill leaderboard with Gengar as well, 15 kills. He is passed by Inteleon and Cinderace now, and our Lycanroc Dusk is in 10th place. Hoping to turn things around this week. I think we need to win at least one of these last 2 games in order to make the playoffs the way things are shaking out. So hopefully that is this week. We have a good plan and I will let you know. But let's check out our opponent's team first. The Lansing Leafeons. It's not loading super well. I wonder what's happening. This has never happened to me before. Are all the teams like that? I'm just going to refresh the page. How about that, guys? Oh, it worked. Okay. So, Charizard is his Gigantamax captain. Clefable is obviously a huge threat. Slowbro, Galar, which is interesting and cool. Araquanid, Goodra, Torkoal, Leafeon, Skarmory, Jolteon, Beware, Dugtrio, Alola. That's his squad. He has sort of a pseudo-sun team with Torkoal setting up the sun. He's got Chlorophyll on Leafeon, and obviously Solar Power on Charizard is how he typically runs it. Not too many other like synergies with that sun, but it is a problem for sure. Especially when he gets that Charizard going, it's the biggest threat on his team. We have a look at our team. We did make a free agency transaction. We dropped Claydol for Sandslash. Old Montrezl is on the team now. Hope to get some good use out of him. He gives us a Spiker as well as a Stealth Rocker and a Rapid Spinner. So he's a great addition to the team. Now let's go into the team we're bringing this week to face Kyogre. We're bringing Babby, the shiny Primarina with the leftovers. Torrent ability, really messed up EV spread with 252 in HP, 152 in defense, and 104 in special attack with a modest nature. This is kind of a really key point to us this week. Primarina is running Rain Dance, which I find very interesting. We're going to try to either lead Primarina or get her in close to the lead and reset that sun. Only really boosts her abilities, but we want to get the sun away from him. That's basically all we're doing. So, against a Torkoal lead, we hit Rain Dance and that thing is pretty much useless. It can no longer Solar Beam us. It removes Solar Beam from Charizard and the Solar Power and the Chlorophyll from Leafeon. So we do have the Rain Dance ability this week. Babby's going to be a great player. She also counters the Beware quite well. And the Araquanid, not amazingly, but one of our only switch-ins to Araquanid with all that defense investment. So Primarina is clutch this week. Next up, we are bringing our boy Cargo like we do every week. I thought about not bringing him, but he is too good in this matchup. We're rocking a Choice Band with 252 attack, 252 speed, and Adamant Nature, and the rest in HP. Basically, a Choice Band Accelerock absolutely dominates Charizard. It OHKOs it, even while he's Gigantamaxed. And after Stealth Rocks, even if he's holding a rock-reducing berry, it does OHKO him, or pretty dang well close. So really good. We're also rocking Stone Edge, Close Combat, and Play Rough. The Play Rough is for the Goodra, and nothing else really wants to switch into multiple Accelerocks from this Adamant Choice Band Carco. So that's really nice to see. close combat deals with the Dugtrio A, although that shouldn't be a huge problem. And yeah, like I said, he's the Charizard counter this week, basically. We can revenge kill the Charizard with that Choice Banded Accelerock. No matter how many speed boosts he has from a max airstream, we will go first with our priority and just hopefully dummy him. So that's really nice to see. Next up is Randall coming again, the Obstagoon with the Flame Orb Guts ability. We're running 252 attack, 252 speed, and another Adamant Nature instead of Jolly with 4 in defense. We're running Facade, Knock Off, Obstruct, and Bulk Up. Nothing on this team really wants to switch into a Knock Off and then a Facade. He's got a little bit of a slower team with his fastest mon being Dugtrio, Alola, and then Charizard and Jolteon. But everything else is pretty much outsped by Obstagoon, which is really nice, with the exception of the Leafeon. So we can just start popping these things off. He's a great Slowbro Galar answer with knockoffs, and we outspeed, obviously. We have a chance to bulk up on some things, although it's really just there because we didn't need another attacking move other than what we had. So a lot of things get 2-hit KO'd by this. Some things even get O-code by this. Not to be messed with for sure. Not to be messed with for sure. Randall should come in big. And we're bringing our boy Montrezl, the shiny Sandslash, with the leftovers with 252 in defense and impish nature with 252 in HP and 4 in attack. This thing is just a physical tank this week. Tangrowth I didn't find was too good against his team. It kind of got bodied by Araquanid, Slowbro, Charizard, Torkoal, and it didn't have a great matchup against Jolteon either, so or Skarmory. So Tangrowth was not really fitting for me this week, but we still do have a defensive, physically defensive tank in Sandslash. He's our Beware switch in. He's a great switch into Alolan Dugtrio, and he can rapid spin Sticky Webs in case he wants to get that up with Araquanid. He honestly beats Torkoal too, minus the Solar Beam. And he has an Earthquake for Slowbro Galar. We're also bringing Stone Edge and Stealth Rocks. He's our rocker this week. Rocks are really good against his team, so we hope to get them up. And the Stone Edge, obviously, is for the Charizard. If we can live a hit and then Stone Edge, that would be awesome. Next up, we have Tink, the shiny Magnezone, coming yet again with the Chople Berry, Magnet Pull ability, so not sturdy, with 252 in special attack, max speed, timid, and 4 in defense. This is our Skarmory counter straight up. If he doesn't bring Skarm, it's okay. We are rocking the Chople Berry for the body press on Skarmory. Basically, what Magnet Pull does is it traps opposing steel type mons so that they can't switch out. So we get this thing in against Skarmory. He's stuck, and a Thunderbolt basically OHKOs, especially after Stealth Rocks, and he can't really do much to us while we're holding the Chople Berry. If he doesn't bring Skarmory, Magnezone is still really good against Araquanid. It could still get if it could get a Thunderbolt off on Charizard, that would be great. He's still good against Beware with the Chople Berry, which is why we're holding that item. So he has his uses. We can put him in places. Flash Cannon against Clefable would be great as well. So that should be really good. Last but not least, we are bringing IMAC with the Shuka Berry, Curse Body ability, Shadow, Dazzling Gleam, Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam, Sludge Wave, and Thunder. Max special attack, max speed, modest with 4 in HP. I'll just pop that in now. Gengar's pretty good here, so it should be interesting. The reason we're running Thunder is partly because I didn't have the TR for Thunderbolt, and partly because it does more damage while we're maxed than Thunderbolt does, and oftentimes we don't get a lot of moves in not maxed with Gengar anyway, since she's so squishy. So the Thunder is for the Skarmory and the Araquanid and the Charizard. Everything else, Shadow Ball hits Slowbro really hard. Dazzling Gleam hits the Goodra and the Beware really hard, and Sludge Wave hits the Clefable really hard. So Gengar doesn't have a ton of switch-ins this week as usual with the exceptional coverage. The only normal type, or the only ghost type immunity he has is the Beware, so if that comes it should be interesting, but if not, then we're pretty much free to again max Gmax Shadow Ball, trap something in, and then use a super effective move on it, which is awesome. Yeah, his special tanks are really only Araquanid and Clefable, but we have moves to cover them, so it feels really good. There were a couple toss-ups this week. Obviously, no Chansey, no Tangrowth is interesting for our team. They're kind of the backbone of this team. I feel like people over-prep for them, and it's harder for me to fit them in knowing that now, you know, when we have other options. So I feel like this team is pretty good. I like the Rain Dance on Babby. I like that we have Montrezl for the rocks and just a defensive switch into things. Randall and Cargo, obviously two very strong physical attackers. Babby and Tink and IMAC, three very strong special attackers. So we have the right mix. It'll be interesting to see what he brings. I am worried about the Araquanid a little bit. He just picked that up. He dropped Gastrodon for the Araquanid, so we'll have to see how that goes. Obviously, this is a big week though for us. We win here, I think we have a pretty good shot at the playoffs. We lose here, and we got a lot of pressure against Goki in the final week of the regular season. But yeah, that's pretty much all we had to go across. The things I'm most worried about are definitely the Charizard and the Araquanid. Clefable gets pretty much, or Clefable gets answered by Randall, like doesn't really want to switch into a Facade, although she can Moonblast us, but we're faster, so I'm not really worried about the Clefable. I also have Sludge Wave and I have Flash Cannon on these things, you know, to deal with that. But yeah, we have Beware switch-ins. Oh, I didn't really explain the Shuka Berry. The Shuka Berry on IMAC is literally because the only thing that can OHKO IMAC on his team while we're Dynamaxed, or Gigantamaxed, sorry, is the Dugtrio Alola with an Earthquake, and it outspeeds us because we're running Modest. So the Shuka Berry there is just to have the damage of that Earthquake and then Revenge kill it, so we don't die one shot. We're not going to die one shot from anything this week on his team, so it was pointless to run a Shadow Ball, or a Focus Sash, I mean. So hopefully Gengar can put in some work again and get back on top of the kill leaderboard. That would be really great, and hopefully we can, you know, secure our spot in the playoffs this week, or pretty close to it. But that's going to be it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like. This is a little bit of a quicker one, but comment. Let me know what you think of the squad. Let me know what you think of the season so far and what our shots are at the playoffs. Subscribe, of course, if you are new, for loads of Draft League content. I love you guys very much. Peace.